Hello, wonderful people. Welcome back to another episode of Busy Beader. My name is Caitlin, and I am so glad that you're here with me today because today we are going to be doing part 2 of our Grinch Christmas jewelry set together. So if you missed it, here's the link to the first video. Definitely go back through, check that out, make those earrings, and then circle back to me for this bracelet. Or if you're just here because you love this bracelet design, then yay, I'm so glad you're with us. Today's bracelet design is actually based on a quote from the original How the Grinch Stole Christmas book, where it says, "The Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day." I thought that saying has always, that's the heart, so to speak, of that story, his changing moment. But before we jump in, please be sure to like and subscribe. That way you can join me next week when we make our adorable Grinch necklace, and you get to hang out with me after the holiday season too. And be sure to check out my sponsor, Fire Mountain Gems and Beads. They're the one who make all of this crafting fun possible. They are my supplier for all of the crafting things that you see in these videos, and they can be your supplier too. So check out the description box below for a link to their website. All right, I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's jump in. Step 1. Okay, the first thing that we're going to want to do today is gather all of our tools and supplies. The tools that you need today are going to be clippers, round nose pliers, and another set of pliers. Then for our findings, we're going to need some chain, a clasp, 2 jump rings, 3 eye pins, and 12 head pins. The amount of head pins that you're going to want is going to depend on what you want in the middle. This is just the setup that I have because I kind of want it to look almost like a charm bracelet so that it matches really well with the necklace and the earrings that we're going to make, and it's just very simple, understated charm. Then the fun things that we're going to need are 3 Crystal Passions red hearts of 3 different sizes because we are going with the style design of the Grinch's small heart grew 3 sizes is what this is based on. So you're going to want a small, a medium, and a large. And then to give it that charm bracelet feel, I grabbed these small bicone green Crystal Passions beads and these green circular Crystal Passion beads, and I think that those are going to look all really nice hanging in between the hearts, which are the star of the show today. Once you have all of your supplies and your tools gathered, let's jump in. Step 2. So this is going to be a repetitive task kind of craft today. So I'm going to show you how to make the drops for the hearts and then for our other elements here. And then I'm going to set you loose to do them all on your own, and you can meet me back here, and then I'll show you how to finish the bracelet. So let's go ahead and start with a heart. We are going to take our heart here, and we're going to take an eye pin, and we're going to put the eye pin through, and this flat side is the front, and the pointy side is technically the back. So put it through like this. Then you're going to push your eye pin until it's about that distance, and you're going to arc it up so that it sits like this right above the heart. Once you have it to where it's looking like this, what we're going to do is wrap the end around. So you're going to pull it over, and this is where having a pretty small gauge on your eye pin wire is going to be really helpful for you. You also want to be very gentle with this task so that you don't accidentally break the crystal. The metal and the friction against the crystal can sometimes cause problems, so just take it slow, be gentle. You can also use pliers to help you kind of wrap this around, but we're only going to go around 2 or 3 times, whatever feels best. Try and get your circles nice and tight underneath. Once you have it wrapped around enough times, we are going to take our clippers and we're just going to snip off that excess, and you're just going to make sure that that end is tucked. That way it won't scratch when it is on. So there is what the final drop looks like, and you can always go back through and pull and tug and straighten so that it looks nice for you. But that is how you make the drop for the heart elements. So you're going to repeat this process with the eye pins for the other 2 hearts here, and then go ahead and meet me back here. All right, once you have all 3 of your hearts, it's time to make the other elements. These are really simple. We've done this a lot here on Busy Beader, so if you know what's up, go ahead and just get going. But if this is your, you're pretty new to this, go ahead and watch. But what you're going to do is take a head pin and you're going to slide it through the bead. Then you're going to take your round nose pliers and make a angle right above where the wire comes out of the bead, between 45 and 90 degrees, somewhere in there. Then you're going to take your clippers and you are going to snip off the excess. Only need about that much. That might even be a little bit too much. There's that there. Then you're going to take your round nose pliers and you're going to put them at the end here. And then you're going to spin them back around in the opposite direction and they make that little loop there. And then once you spin it back around, if it doesn't look quite the way you want it to, you can always go back through and fix it, give it a tug, make sure the connection's secure, and then you're all finished. So you're going to repeat this process with the head pins and the beads and making your loops for all of our other components here. So all 11 other little beads here. Once you have all of those done, go ahead and meet me back here. Step 3. Right, so unfortunately, I ran into an issue where I lost my footage. So I'm going to recreate this for you, but that's why the background looks a little different. That's why my hands look a little different. Because this is filming at a later time. So once you have all of your drops made, the first thing that we're going to do after cutting our chain, obviously my chain is already cut because that is part of the footage that I lost. So go ahead and cut your chain. Then you are going to take your clasp, and this clasp already has a jump ring on it. So I'm just going to open it. Then we're going to slide this onto the end here. And we're going to close. Then we are going to grab our jump ring and we are going to open that up and we're going to slide that on the opposite end so that we have a functioning bracelet here, clasp and something to connect the clasp to. Perfect. Now what we need to do is attach our drops. So with this pattern that I have here of the hearts growing 3 sizes and then our green charms in the middle to kind of give it that faux charm bracelet look, this heart here, it needs to be in the exact center of the chain. So what I like to do is bring the chain around, match up my clasps, and find that exact center. And I'm going to take this heart here and I'm going to open up the loop that we made on that chain. And I'm actually going to go ahead and grab the chain with my pliers. And we are going to slide that through. And then go ahead and close. Now that we have our center on here, what we are going to do is find the center between this point and this point. So we're going to do that same thing where we bring the chain over, smooth it all out. We're going to take our biggest heart here and open that up, and then we are just going to get it on that little area. And I like to get it exact as possible, but if you're off a link or two, it's not the end of the world. It's not a big deal. You can either move it if that's important to you or leave it if you're like, ah, it looks pretty. That's all that matters. All right, and now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And we're going to connect this heart here too. And go ahead and slide that. And then we're going to close. Perfect. Now we have our hearts on our bracelet. So pretty. Okay, so now what you can do is do that exact same thing for these other charms. So you're going to find the half, and you're going to put this big charm. And then you're going to find the half of each of these and put those in those half areas. And you're going to do that to all 4 of the areas that you have left over. You're going to find half, you're going to attach the big charm, find half and attach a little charm, find the other half, attach the little charm. And you're going to do that until you have a completed bracelet. So I'm going to let you loose to do that. And you're going to meet me back here when you're done. And I do believe I still have the footage from being done the first time. So I'm going to bounce back to our first round of footage, but thank you so much for joining me on our little secondary adventure here. Sometimes computers can be wily, and saving large filming files is an adventure. So I appreciate your patience with me and your kindness as I get it all sorted. And there we have it, a beautiful Christmas Grinch movie themed bracelet. Once you have it all laid out in front of you, if you feel like you need more sparkles, add more drops. If you feel like you want less, go ahead and take them off. You can kind of make this project all your own, but this is where I'm gonna leave mine for today. I hope that you had a lot of fun getting to make this with me. And there you have it, just like that. In just a couple of minutes, you have a beautiful Christmas charm bracelet that is a fun quote from my favorite movie, and maybe a movie that you enjoy as well. But regardless, the green and the reds on these crystals, they're just beautiful, and so this is sure to be a statement piece for whatever holiday activities you're going to do this season. I hope that you had fun getting to make this bracelet with me today. I know that I sure enjoyed myself. So please be sure to like and subscribe. That way you get to hang out with me all the time. And be sure to check out my sponsor, Fire Mountain Gems and Beads. I hope that your holiday season is filled with good food and good people and just all the joy in the world. I will see you in the next one.